Time for the BioFreeze call to the pen. Official external pain relief of the Chicago Cubs. Here's Steve Cishek making appearance number 76.
He's been the busiest Cubs pitcher this year with those appearances. 67 and a third innings, 43 hits. That's a 181 batting average against. He's been really tough on right-handed hitters, just 163.
Is Starling Marte. Pirates have 2 on. Moran at second. Frazier at first. They walked. Slider missed outside.
There's 2 walks by Carl, the only walks issued by Cubs pitching tonight. Cishek will be looking for that ground ball from Marte.
Instead, it's in the air, and Hayward shuffling over will make the catch. Runners will hold. 2 outs, and Osuna will be lifted. It'll be Josh Bell, the switch hitter, instead.
Bell has not hit for a lot of power this year. Ultimately, as his career evolves, he will become more of a power threat. He's better from this side of the plate, more dangerous as a left-handed batter.
Runners advance. Maybe a miscommunication there between Cishek and Caratini. And maybe he just whiffed on it. It'll be a passed ball.
Bell hit 26 home runs last year. 60 more plate appearances last season than he's had so far this year.
All of a sudden, the tying run will come to the plate due to 3 walks. And it's Elias Diaz.
Yeah, you got to be careful with this guy. He's a legitimate pop.
Sometimes, you know, you got a backup catcher getting the start. This would be the spot where a Francisco Cervelli might pinch hit. But Diaz hitting .281 on the year with 9 home runs. And a strike on a slider. Diaz questioning the call by Sam Holbrook. And the Pirates have gotten excellent offensive production out of their catching tandem. Base hit. Moran is in. Frazier will score, and the throw gets away, and Bell will hold there, but Diaz able to move to second. It's a 2-run ball game, and the tying runs are now in scoring position. Well, it looked like they had a pretty good shot at Bell. to get out of the inning, but when the throw got by, it allowed Diaz to advance.
Yeah, Bell got lucky. It really comes up roses for the Pirates here. Bell was dead to rights at third base. He was kind of high-stepping it there. Hayward's already got the ball before he gets to second base. But the throw was offline, so Baez has to relay it.
So the error charged to Baez. The runs charged to Edwards. And Dickerson is intentionally walked, and the batter is Pablo Reyes, who went 4 for 8 with 2 homers in the first 2 games. He's 0 for 3 tonight. But as I said earlier, he hit a ball on the infield, his first at bat, charged by Bodie, who made a great barehanded pick. He flied to the warning track in the 5th, and a sharply hit grounder handled by Murphy in the 7th. Slider strike.
I bet you never thought you would think, well, the last guy you want to see up there is Pablo Reyes.
Way outside. 1-1 the count. Pirates mounting a big threat here in the 8th on 3 walks, a 2-run single, an error, now an intentional walk.
Kid showing good discipline, laying off that slider, moving off the edge.
Bases loaded. 8th inning. Cishek's 3-1 pitch. Reyes had an aggressive pass at it and fouled it off. Cubs led this game at one point 6-1. It's now 6-4. And the Bucks have the bases loaded in the 8th with 2 outs. Here's the 3-2. Chop to third. Throw to first. Inning over.
Exhale.
Ooh. They do get a couple. We'll go to the bottom of the 8th. Cubs 6, Pirates 4.
Our customers are people who work hard for their money. So we do everything we can to make their money work hard for them. At Meijer, we see it as a simple matter of respect. That's why for 80 years now, low prices have been built into the way we do business. Because the most important thing we can earn is the right to shake someone's hand and look them in the eye. Come see for yourself.
Ready to do this?
Yes.
Turn right here.
During the Jeep Adventure Days event,
So fun.
discover deals as legendary as Jeep SUV's 4x4 capability
That's so cool.
and the confidence to go where you've never gone before. It's more than just a test drive. It's your first adventure. Start it off with a great deal at the Jeep Adventure Days event. Get $4,000 combined cash allowance plus $1,000 bonus cash, or well-qualified lessees get this low mileage lease on select 2018 Compass models.
Here's your Buick, sir. Actually, that's my Buick.
Your Buick doesn't have a roof rack. This is my Buick.
How are we gonna fit in your mom's Buick?
Easy.
I like that new Buick.
Me too.
I was actually talking about that Buick.
I knew that.
Did you?
Buick's fresh new lineup is full of surprises. Get 18% below MSRP on most 2018 Encore models when you finance through GM Financial. That's over $4,700 below MSRP on this Encore Preferred.
Hi,
David Kaplan with an In the Loop update. Don't forget, we'll have a post-game show for you. I will have two analysts, David DeJesus and Doug Glanville, will join me after this game goes final. We'll look ahead to the Cubs going to the postseason after clinching tonight. We'll look ahead to the weekend series with the Cardinals. Now back to Len and Jim at Wrigley.
All right, thank you, Cap. Hey, Cub fans, Advocate Healthcare has all your bases covered with over 400 locations and 6,300 top doctors. Book your same-day appointment at advocatehealth.com.
Josh Bell stays in after pinch hitting. He plays first. Left-hander Stephen Brault will pitch. It's a two-run ball game in the 8th.
Well, with a scoreless inning in the ball game last night, but he's been getting knocked around here lately. 5, 6, 7, 8 earned runs allowed in his 4 previous outings, giving up runs all 4 times in just 2 2/3, 3 1/3 innings, 8 earned runs.
Albert Almora playing center field will bat for the first time. Boy, that blew up in a hurry, didn't it?
Yeah.
The top of the 8th, went from a 4-run game to
high anxiety.
Nail biting as Brault gets Almora. Hefty home run time. Jason Hayward gave the Cubs the lead with a 2-run shot in the first after Jose Osuna had homered in the top of the inning. And the Cubs have not trailed since.
It was the first home run for Jason since July 24th here against the Diamondbacks.
Bodie cuts and misses. Justin Wilson, the former Pirate, up in the Cubs bullpen.
Pedro Strop continues to work to try to get back. Brandon Morrow, as you know, is done. It's a bit of an unsettled bullpen, albeit one that has been very effective all year long. Well, it's fastball, slider, curve, and change. He's done a lot of starting in his career.
You got to figure Francisco Cervelli will have a bat in the dugout to pinch hit at some point in the 9th. Luplow scheduled to lead it off. Count remains 1-2.
Top 10 in the league tattoos right there.
Yeah. Very stylish. Bodie strikes out. So 2 down, and it's Murphy.
Baltimore getting a little revenge on the Red Sox. They're playing a doubleheader today. The Orioles lead 10-3 in the bottom of the 9th. The Red Sox dropped 19 runs on them in the first game of the doubleheader, and 19-3 Red Sox win. They're 107th.
One ball, one strike to Murphy. On twice via singles. Stolen base, 2 runs.
One of 4 Cub hitters with 2 hits in the game tonight. Rizzo, Hayward, Happ also with a couple.
Great matchup on paper tomorrow night right here on NBC Sports Chicago. Trevor Williams versus John Lester. John will seek his 18th win. Williams looks for his 15th. Two of the best in the league. And one hop to the shortstop. Newman is at a busy night. And let's go to the ninth. It's the Cubs 6 and the Pirates 4.
Now at Menards, save big money on your next project with 11% off everything. Protect your boats and campers with premium RV and Marine antifreeze. It has burst-proof protection down to negative 75 degrees. $2.66 a gallon after sale price and 11% off. Clean up easily with Generac pressure washers. This 173cc pressure washer is $328.41 after sale price and 11% off. Stop waiting and start saving with 11% off everything. Now at Menards.
Save big money at Menards.
Okay, let's go. Turn right here. Yeah.
During the Jeep Adventure Days event, discover deals as legendary as Jeep SUV's 4x4 capability. And the confidence to go where you've never gone before. It's more than just a test drive. It's your first adventure.
That was awesome.
Started off with a great deal at the Jeep Adventure Days event. Get $3,500 combined cash allowance plus $1,000 bonus cash, or well-qualified lessees get this low mileage lease on the 2019 Cherokee.
Once, I was me, doing what I love, on top of my game. But a brain tumor rocked my world, and I was hardly me at all. Then I found Northwestern Medicine.
Northwestern Medicine is on a never-ending pursuit of excellence. Anchored by the highest-ranked neurology and neurosurgery program in Illinois for 12 straight years. Because what makes us better makes you better.
I wasn't just me anymore. I was better.
Northwestern Medicine. Better.
MLB at Bat is your #1 app to follow the Cubs postseason push. Get Cubs home screen icons and features such as live radio broadcasts, the MLB.TV game of the day, pitch tracking, in-game highlights, stats, news, and more. Download MLB at Bat today. Mike Freeman now playing second base. Recently joined the active roster. Justin Wilson, if he can get these 3 outs, will notch his first save as a Cub.
Well, there you go. Stay in the moment. Don't overthrow. Listen to the former Pirate. He's got a big arm. There's a lot of fastballs. And down and in slider on the right-handed hitters. Whitlow's got power. Took a hellacious swing there at that 95-mile-an-hour heater. Justin last worked on Saturday against the White Sox. A third of an inning.
Yep, he's rested.
Yeah, he hasn't pitched much. Just twice since the 15th. Third of an inning in Arizona, and that was the one pitch outing when they caught Goldschmidt stealing in the ball game. And he threw 3 pitches Saturday against the White Sox. So 4 pitches in over 10 days.
He was definitely one of the guys they wanted to get some work tonight, no matter what. And it just so happens it's with a 2-run lead here in the ninth, so he's the man. And he saved 13 last year for Detroit. He's back in at 2-2.
He's got that invisible, that 4-seam fastball that stays on play, and he gets a lot of swings and misses, guys either late or just under it.
Yeah, I talked to him the other day. He said that high fastball, that's more about what's going on in the game today as opposed to, a pitch he necessarily had as part of his game plan earlier in his career. You make adjustments as you go. And here's his 2-2. Popped up. A new man into the game. Freeman will make the catch. 1 out. And to bring up the shortstop, Newman. It's interesting. Clint Hurdle is sticking with his youngsters. He's got Jordy Mercer. He's got Josh Harrison available on his bench, but he lets Newman take this at bat with Cervelli now on deck.
Yeah, those guys, Harrison and Mercer, have not had a plate appearance in this series, so I think he just feels like it wouldn't be fair to run them up there in this situation. Guys that are playing out their time with the Pirates. Sometimes you get to this stage of the year when you're not on a contending team, that conversation with the guys that aren't coming back is, do you want to be part of the mix or not? And it may be that they said, you know what, Skip, play the kids. We'll just kind of hang out and watch.
2 strikes to Newman. Cubs need to win this game to stay in first. Try taken for ball 2.
2 runs last inning charged to Carl Edwards Jr. in a third of an inning. Cishek 2/3 of an inning, a hit, no runs, a couple of walks.
Chavez was great. He gave the Cubs 2 scoreless after Quintana went 5. Ground ball, base hit. And that will bring Cervelli up, the pinch hitter.
Freeman was kind of playing him towards the line a little bit. Cervelli has done a lot of damage against the Cubs this year and last. 4D replay, Newman shooting that ball the other way.
Wilson to Cervelli, low.
Cervelli has a pinch hitter this year. 1 out of 4, and 1 hit a home run.
It was off Cole Hamels in the first inning Monday night. 2 hits and a walk in that game. A double, 2 RBIs last night. Outside for a ball, 2-0. Rizzo will hold. Newman at first. Got to keep the double play in order. Wilson set. Here comes a 2-0 pitch and a big rip by Cervelli, and he fouls it back. Not much in terms of previous matchups. Guys are not teammates for the Pirates. Swing and a miss, 2-2. But they were, no, they were not in New York either. So they just missed crossing paths with one another.
So the high reward pitch is the elevated fastball. That's also the high risk pitch.
2-2 popped up. Is there a play? Rizzo over. Did he catch it? Nope. Nope, he didn't. And again, that was near the net. So you had a similar play earlier where Diaz made a catch. It was initially called out, but then DJ Rayburn at third said it hit the backstop. I'm not sure if this one hit the net or not, but Rizzo thought he should have caught it. There's a little opening right there.
Trying to sneak around the corner.
Well, that guy grabbed it.
Yeah.
Another one out of play.
He continues to look down at his left hand. Yeah.
Still 2-2 on Cervelli. He didn't go.
Good battle here. Good slider. A lot of guys will chase. Cervelli able to check.
Full count on a very tough hitter. The 3-2 pitch. A drive out into right center. Back on it is Hayward. It's going to be off the top of the wall. And Cervelli has a double. The good news is it didn't get out. The bad news is second and third with only one out. Right under the basket.
Yeah, and the way the ball is carrying here tonight, I thought this had a chance when he first hit it. Cervelli puts a charge in it. Four-seam fastball up above the knees.
Well, the way Hayward went back on it, I thought it was going to go. And it nearly did. Fortunately, it stayed in. JD, we haven't seen Cervelli have a bad at bat this whole series.
No,
I mean, he is as locked in.
Coming off the bench, something he doesn't do often. As I mentioned, this is only his fifth pinch hit at bat all year.
We only see them, 19 times a year, but he is the one guy you definitely are aware of in their lineup.
Yeah, yesterday I was looking at some numbers among those who have had I think 50 plate appearances against the Cubs over the last 2 years. He had the highest OPS of anybody.
Kevin Kramer will run for him.
They were no doubles for Cervelli. They were very deep. But in this situation, a base hit ties the game, so you return to conventional depth out there in the outfield.
It's not getting a lot easier. Frazier and Marte. Frazier doesn't hit for power against lefties, but he does hit for average. And he shanks this one to the seats behind third. Pirates are not going away.
Newman, the lead base runner, was smart. He played it cautiously. Down 2 runs. His run not important there, so no need for him to take a risk.
Popped up, shallow left. Baez calling for it. That's out number 2. A huge out number 2. Starling Marte will check in for the 5th time. Hitless in his first 4 chances.
Bell, who pinch hit, stayed in the game, is on deck. And they've been attacking. This should be a good matchup for Wilson. They've been attacking Marte effectively with elevated fastballs.
Newman third, Kramer second.
They throw that one 105. Can't give in here.
Two and one.
I think the game plan will be to continue to pound that 4-seam fastball up out of the zone. He chases. Wonderful. If he takes his walk, move on to Bell. Right down the gut.
2 balls, 2 strikes. Wilson home. Off the glove of Rizzo, and the game is tied. Marte towards second. He's got a double, and it's 6-6. A 2-run double by Starling Marte.
Wow.
Oh, so close.
Yeah, they went back up top of that fastball, and that's the game plan on Marte. So, you know, knowing the scouting report, not a horrible pitch, just a nice adjustment by Marte to really work to get on top. See how quiet he was with his lower body. He was able to get on top of that high fastball and just off the end of the glove of Anthony. Oh, unbelievable. Or perhaps not.
Now Wilson. Well, it won't be Justin with Josh Bell coming up, as the Cubs will try to keep this game tied. A 4D look. So Joe will make the change. He's got a lefty and a righty up. And we will find out who it is when we come back. 6-6. Don't go anywhere.
There's nothing like summer at Wrigley Field, except for fall. The push is on, and when every W matters, we need everybody in.
Lemonade! I'll take a cup. I got this, kids. 1 cup of lemonade. Thanks. Time to pack up. Let's go, kids. Thank you.
NFL Sunday Ticket. Get every live game every Sunday at no extra charge when you switch to DirecTV. More for your thing. That's our thing. Call 1-800-DirecTV.
Susan wanted to turn the garage into a yoga studio, but her husband thought a home office would be more practical. It can be tough to get her chakras in line. Yeah, Susan's had to compromise a lot these days, but not when it comes to cutting the cord. Fubo gives her all the sports she wants, as well as all the shows her family loves. Don't compromise. Get over 100 channels plus Showtime and Cloud DVR included. Visit FuboTV.com.
A full house is on hand. Bright sunshine. It's warm. It's a perfect day to play.
Deep left center. Game over. Cubs win. It's the BioFreeze call to the pen. It'll be Jaime Garcia to face Josh Bell. I think more than anything, JD, you mentioned Wilson. He hasn't pitched a lot lately. He was at 27 pitches. More than anything, they wanted just to get a fresh arm in there to face Bell.
Yeah, high stress pitches, and after giving up the lead like that, you just don't know where a guy's mind is at. And maybe they like the stuff matchup. Garcia versus Wilson, a little different look.
So close to getting that third out. So Marte, he's one of the best base runners in the league. So an outfield hit will give them the lead here. So it's imperative to knock anything down for an infielder, even if they can't get that man at first. Freeman will try to keep Marte close. Here we go. Ground ball to Baez, down to a knee. And the Cubs will try to win it as they will bat in the bottom of the ninth in a 6-6 tie.
As people who love the outdoors, we know what we stand for. We stand for fish, wildlife, and conserving the places they call home. We stand for the traditions we inherited and that we must pass on. We stand for great gear, fair prices, expert service, and memorable experiences. At Bass Pro Shops and Cabela's, we stand together for you. Come in today for great deals on great gear.
I think I have a problem.
Yeah?
I keep advertising AT&T internet speeds up to 50 megs, but it can be as low as 10.
Yeah.
You can relate. You're the boy who cried.
Hang on a second.
Wolf! I mean, 10 megs for the same price.
Did you just say wolf?
Wolf! Maybe I should come clean about AT&T.
Wolf, run for your life! Wolf!
Oh. Not cool, AT&T. 10 megs isn't 50. Xfinity delivers the fastest, most reliable internet.
It's 2018 and things are heating up, and guess what? Everybody's in. This fan's in. This fan's in. This fan's fan is in.
Yeah, the Ivy's in. You know Harry's in.
In. Right, brother? We're in the bathroom, too.
Got it. Let me hear it, everybody. Okay, I'll get down. Can you say in?
That's Mr. In.
You got the tickets? He doesn't have pockets.
Well, now the Cubs need to score another run here to win this game. It's 6-6, and right-hander Kyle Crick will take over.
Crick having a nice year. His first year in a Pirate uniform. They got him from the Giants in the Andrew McCutchen deal in the offseason. 3-2, 2.47 the ERA, 63rd appearance. For the 25-year-old right-hander, 6'4", 220. Mostly fastballs and sliders. Velocity sits comfortably in the mid-90s. Well, Javi, there's something MVP-ish here.
Cubs had it going early. And remember the fifth, they threatened to add even more. Could not with an extra run as Anderson got a double play ball to get out of it. Since that fifth inning, the Cubs have one hit. But look, 6 runs should be enough to win.
Yeah,
so.
Absolutely. 6-1 lead. Probably had a 90+% win probability. Just looking for a win to give them a little bounce, and boy, you get a little walk-off win, you get a big bounce.
Take them any way you can get them.
If you're a glass is half full person, you're thinking this is a great opportunity for a dramatic W.
Swing and a miss by Baez.
Lane changer. Boy, that was a late, sharp-breaking slider. And confirmation from Sam Holbrook that the pitch was a strike.
By the way, for those wondering on the foul ball that Anthony did not catch, once you're in the stands, there is no fan interference. That can only happen if a fan reaches onto the field of play, which was not the case. Here's the 1-2. Inside on a front door slider.
He's held it there a long time. Yeah, he's
reaches in. It's anybody's ball. And yeah, you'd like to think the home fans will let the hometown player make the catch, but the natural reaction for most fans when a ball is up in the air right to your seat is you reach for it. Swing and a miss. Went after a slider way off the plate for out number 1. Here comes Anthony. Yeah, in terms of the how tonight, you know, we talk about process, quality, all that stuff. We're at the point now where it's just win, baby. You find it any way you can. Error, couple of wild pitches, doesn't matter. Just find a way to scratch out one more.
Yeah, and that, you know, 3 hours ago or so early in the game, I said, you got to have that mindset if you're trying to grasp something as opposed to hang on to something that's slipping away.
One ball, one strike to Rizzo. Jam shot pop up.
Get that.
Caught by Diaz. That is a tricky play to make. And he made it over near his dugout.
concentration there as he neared the brick wall. The Pirates making no doubles defense to the extreme, man. They are deep, deep, deep in the outfield. Step or two in front of the track in right and in center. Not quite as deep for Dickerson in left.
Well, it's Ben Hayward's night. Maybe he can cap it here with something big. Got a favorable count. 2 balls, no strikes. The Pirates are not playing like also-rans. They have gone 14-5 over their last 19.
The second best record in the National League since July 8th. The Rockies have been better.
The 3-0 to Hayward, taken right down the middle, firm on a fastball at 96. Six tie, 9th inning. Back to the mound. Crick flags it down, and we will go to extra innings. Tied at 6 from Wrigley Field.
There's nothing like summer at Wrigley Field, except for fall. The push is on, and when every W matters, we need everybody in.
Oh, you are my sunshine. Oh, my only sunshine. Oh, girl, you make me happy sometimes when my skies are gray. You never know how much I love you.
Not all tech is created equal. Nissan Rogue has advanced tech that the competition doesn't. Like ProPilot Assist that helps keep you centered in your lane, something RAV4 can't do. Plus a class-exclusive intelligent around-view monitor that gives you a 360-degree view. Experience Rogue at your local Nissan store.
Save up to $4,280 on Rogue, or get 0% financing for 60 months on 13 models.
Now the most exciting tech you own is in your driveway.
A full house is on hand. Bright sunshine. It's warm. It's a perfect day to play.
Deep left center. Game over. Cubs win. AT&T Entertainment, official sponsor of Extra Innings. Tenth inning, Jaime Garcia got the final out of the 8th. And we'll face Elias Diaz to start the 10th. Pirates with 2 in the 8th, and then 2 more in the 9th. Here's the pitch outside. Ball 1. Leadoff single. Diaz. He knocked in 2 with a base hit in the 8th.
Yeah, that was a line drive single to right as well. That's hit number 10 for the Pirates. Cubs have 11.
Corey Dickerson homered in the 5th. And he gets under one here. Hayward will have room to make the catch. That's out number 1. It will bring up Pablo Reyes. Joe will make a change. He wants a right-hander, Brandon Kintzler. Pirates and Cubs tied at 6 in the 10th. Pitching change.
During Ford SUV season, find out why more people come back to Ford than any other brand. Here's a reason.
We've got room.
And here's another.
Waze says it's faster to take the side streets.
Perfect. And by the way, Ford has won more J.D. Power Initial Quality Awards than any other brand. Now get Edge with 0% financing for 60 months plus $2,000 cash during the Ford SUV season, only at your local Ford store.
Every time a Friday feels like a family reunion, a Corona gets its line. Every time your favorite song is everyone's favorite song. Every time your work friends and your friends become friends. Every time it feels like you're the only two people in the room. And every time it's like you're the only people on Earth. A Corona gets its line.
Ready to do this?
Yes.
Turn right here.
During the Jeep Adventure Days event,
So fun.
discover deals as legendary as Jeep SUV's 4x4 capability.
That's so cool.
And the confidence to go where you've never gone before. It's more than just a test drive. It's your first adventure. Start it off with a great deal at the Jeep Adventure Days event. Get $4,000 combined cash allowance plus $1,000 bonus cash, or well-qualified lessees get this low mileage lease on select 2018 Compass models.
Time for the BioFreeze call to the pen. Right-hander Brandon Kintzler is on in a huge spot. Tie ball game, 10th inning. 1 out and a man at first.
68th appearance for Kintzler. The Nationals until the trade deadline. Made his first appearance with the Cubs on August 1st. Since joining the Cubs, he's had his struggles. ERA of 7.31 in 22 appearances. 2/3 scoreless in the ball game last night. He's had 3 consecutive scoreless outings. One in Arizona, one against the White Sox, and then last night.
Cubs have done this a lot. They're 10-8 in extras, including 4-0 at home. The Pirates are 6-4. I want to say the Seattle Mariners. Confirm before I say something wrong. They have a wild record in extras. Reyes takes low.
Well, it's a good pitch and it's a good take. Kintzler hunting for that ground ball with the 2-seamer down. Probably what he would have gotten had Reyes put that in play.
The Mariners are 14-1 in extra innings. So they're 86-71, at least going into tonight. Their Pythagorean one loss is 75-82 because of those extra innings and 1-run wins. 36-21 in 1-run ball games. There's the ground ball. Baez, Freeman, Rizzo, Kessler.
Very nice.
Gets the double play ball. Bottom 10, 6-6.
Experience a blend of refined craftsmanship and raw power. New innovations and a tradition of excellence. Luxury and performance. Engineered to take the crown. The Lexus LS500 and LS500H. Experience amazing at your Lexus dealer.
Oh, hey, let me get this one. Okay?
Oh, no, you don't have to do that. I owe you from last time. Here, let me send you some money for my BMO Harris hat.
I have the BMO app, too, so there.
Don't worry about it. I got this covered.
I can't allow it.
I insist.
Please.
Let me pay.
Let me.
It's my pleasure.
Would you let me pay?
Well, let me pay.
You're too kind.
Should we do something?
Absolutely.
I'm sending you
the feeling you get when sending money's this easy. That's the BMO effect. BMO Harris Bank.
At Kia, we put the U in SUV. From the rugged who needs roads you, to the stylish music festival hopping you, to the adventurous up for anything you, to the earth-loving just driving to pick up some green juice you. Whoever you are, you get a 10-year, 100,000-mile warranty at Kia, America's best value. Lease the 2019 Sorento LX for $219 a month, plus get $500 SUV bonus cash.
Still tied at 6. Richard Rodriguez takes over on the mound for the Pirates.
Pirates bullpen has done an outstanding job so far tonight. Rodriguez, a rookie, is having a nice year. Bunch of strikeouts, 87 strikeouts and 67 2/3, establishing a Pirates rookie record for strikeouts by a reliever. 62nd appearance, 2.39 the ERA. Have an overpowering fastball. He's got a good slider.
Happ, Freeman, and Caratini due for the Cubs.
I want Mike Freeman to get the game-winning hit.
He's on deck.
A double and a knock and a bone pile.
Marte really deep in center as Happ takes high. Two 2-0. Terrence Gore has not yet appeared in this game. Keep that in mind. If the Cubs get a base runner, it might not matter who it is. You could see Terrence Gore. 3-0, especially if it's early in an inning. He walked him.
Not really competitive at all. Any of those pitches. Pretty easy walk to take for Ian Happ.
Here he comes. Terrence Gore will run for Happ.
It gives you an idea how fast Gore is. Happ's one of the faster guys on the club, but Gore is such an upgrade over everybody. And into the game he comes. What a weapon.
Does a lot of homework on opposing pitchers, catchers. This is his specialty. So Gore at first, Mike Freeman at the plate. Rodriguez will definitely keep a close watch on Gore.
Cubs got all their runs off the starter Nova. 4 innings, 6 runs, 5 earned allowed by Nova. The bullpen has been outstanding, covering 5 innings, allowing just 3 hits.
This is Mike's first plate appearance at the big league level this season.
Yeah, this is such great theater for a guy. He was at home. He had not been called up initially when rosters expanded.
Gore not running, and the pitch is outside, so that's 5 consecutive misses to start the 10th for Rodriguez.
Brian Butterfield just steps away from Joe Madden and getting his orders and then relaying them on to Gore.
It's not a matter of if, it's when.
And they may have given him a don't go. Waiting to see if Rodriguez is going to throw a strike first.
Brewers already won tonight. They swept the Cardinals. 2-1 the final score. So the Cubs need to win this game to stay in first place. They've been in first since July 13th. Bunted toward first, and Bell will tag Freeman. So Gore's at second base with 1 out. Nice job, Mike Freeman. Victor Caratini.
Not easy to get that bunt down. This pitch is up. Easy to get underneath that ball and pop it up.
Oh, what a cool 4D look. Two shots to get Gore to the plate from second base. Swing and a miss by Victor.
Yeah, it's unfortunate that, you know, Gore couldn't have stolen second base and not have to give up the out to get him there. And I'm not sure if that was Freeman on his own or if the Cubs just decided the way that at bat was unfolding. Maybe Terrence didn't, you know, feel like he was getting a comfortable lead.
Might he try to steal third?
Well, yeah, tougher with the left-handed hitter up there. Diaz throws really well, as we talked about earlier, so that obviously is part of the equation as well. Rockies continue their winning ways, thumped the Eagles by 2 touchdowns.
Two strikes on Caratini. 6-6, bottom 10. The pitch. Count holds.
It's really interesting. The outfield is really shallow now for Caratini. They want to have a shot at Gore on a line drive single to the outfield. The risk, of course, is if Caratini hits one over their heads and they're not able to make a play on it, game over.
To first, and Bell will take it to the bag. So Gore is at third with 2 outs, and it will be Almora. Wild pitches for Richard Rodriguez. That's a lot for a reliever.
Their game the other day, the ball got away from Diaz, and the Brewers scored 3 runs on a wild pitch. That's a ton of wild pitches for a reliever. Gore will be doing his level best to distract him.
And people tweet as they notice Gore on the bases is holding gloves. He's not wearing them. That's to protect his fingers and his hands when he slides head first. Albert fouls.
Yeah, well, this plays to Albert's strength, too. If they're fearful of the wild pitch and stay away from the slider, afraid that they might bounce it and throw an elevated fastball, that's Almora's strength.
He has painted both corners. One on a foul, that one on a call. And the lifting gets heavier now for Albert. Winning run right there, about 80 feet from home plate.
There's that bounce they're looking for. It wasn't double, single bone pile. It was walk, sacrifice, ground ball, game-winning base hit Almora on a high fastball. And I think the presence of Gore at third base, the potential of a bounce slider influenced the pitch selection, and Almora took advantage.
7-6 the final in 10. And they remain in first place.
Yep, that's his strength, elevated fastball.
Brandon Kinsler gets the win. Rodriguez takes the loss. There was a team effort there in the 10th. Half walk to start the inning. The Freeman bunt helped get Gore into scoring position. And then Almora knocks in Gore.
Yeah, and just the Caratini ground ball to the right side. We talk about productive outs, and normally it's you get a guy over at a third base with 1 out. But again, just the risk of a potential bounce breaking ball perhaps influences the pitch selection there by the Pirates.
Boy, a win they just had to have.
Yeah, that would have been a devastating loss.
Standings. And they will make up that game in hand tomorrow night to wrap up this series. Our On the Diamond interview is presented by James & Sons Fine Jewelers. Kelly.
Well, Albert, what would meaningful September baseball be without a little drama? Walk us through that at bat. You're down 0-2 in the count.
It's a little blur, but come on.
All right, Schwarber coming in, guys. That was in slow motion.
I wasn't thinking over your question.
Okay. I wasn't expecting that.
Now we're ready.
Can you walk us? Where's my?
Where you at? Give me something. Thank you. Oh, it's cold. All right, here we go.
Okay.
What was the question?
Well, walk us through that at bat and the drama that unfolded throughout this game.
Well, you gotta give the guy had a good fastball, and I don't know. I was just wasn't trying to do too much. I was trying to get a pitch to hit, and obviously 0-2 there. He could do whatever he wants. He could throw balls in the dirt, or he challenged me, and I was just ready to hit.
How big of a win does this feel, Albert, given what we have been talking about all week and the pressure coming into this game? This has to feel pretty great.
Well, it's like we were talking about before the game. There's no sense of pressure. There's no sense of panic in our clubhouse, in our dugout. We were up 6-2, whatever it was, and I don't think there was any down head. There was no one sad or upset when they tied that game. They were all just, hey, we're just gonna have to walk it off, and it was a great feeling. You know, everybody was into that game, into each at bat and extra innings. So that's all you can really ask for.
And I have to ask you, because I know this team's sights is set on clinching the division, but tonight, describe what it means to accomplish a 4th straight trip to the playoffs, which you guys have done.
For sure?
Yes, you're for sure.
Oh, that's pretty cool. I mean, man, it's thank you. It's my 3rd year in the big leagues and 3 trips to the playoffs for myself, and it never gets old. You know, this is what we work hard for in spring training and in the off season. We want to go to October. We want to put on a great show for the fans here, and you know, the ones that stayed, you know, they got a great show tonight, and we're just going to keep building and keep this momentum going to tomorrow.
Absolutely. Enjoy this one. Go celebrate. Thank you. Thanks. Guys, I got a towel. We're good.
Yes.
Let's send it up to you guys.
Thank you, Kelly. Good stuff. And Albert will receive a $500 gift card from James & Sons Fine Jewelers. What a night. As the Cubs win 7-6 in 10. And for JD, for Kelly, and our entire NBC Sports Chicago crew here at Wrigley Field, Len Casper with your final score. In 10, the Cubs 7, the Pirates 6. Back with you tomorrow. Another big one. Biggest game on the schedule. 7 o'clock for the series finale. Williams and Lester right here on NBC Sports Chicago. Cubs are in the playoffs. They still have their sights on the division. And coming up next, Blue Cross Blue Shield of Illinois. Post-game live.
That wasn't even fun. I mean, we're all back there just going, you got to be kidding me. He's David DeJesus. He's Doug Clanville. I'm David Kaplan. Wow. I mean, 6-1. We're comfortable. We're eating something back there. And the next thing we know, it's extra innings.
I mean, this is unbelievable. This is a baseball game, ups and downs. You know, Rizzo reaching in the stands. The other team coming up with big hits. And then at the end, fastball up. That's what Albert Almora loves to hit. That fastball up in the zone. Nice and short swing. Big knock. Got that win. Hopefully they can continue to roll from here on out.
Yeah, I mean, it wasn't pretty, but, you know, they could have ended up on the short end of it and lost. They still found a way to pull it out. You know, unlikely heroes, as they say. Almora comes in. You get the Hayward, the big home run to the opposite field. And even the cavalcade of relievers that came in, a lot of them didn't really do the job. They bridged, and eventually it was the offense that came back around and won the game. So, you know, that's not how you script it, but it's still a W, and they still get into the postseason.
All right, there you go. They're in the postseason. We know that, and they're still in first. Cubs Postgame Live, presented by Blue Cross Blue Shield of Illinois, is up next.
This is Gemütlichkeit, the spirit of Wisconsin. Friendship, warmth, and good cheer. That's Gemütlichkeit, and that's Wisconsin.
Not all tech is created equal. Nissan Rogue has advanced tech that the competition doesn't. Like ProPilot Assist that helps keep you centered in your lane, something RAV4 can't do. Plus a class-exclusive intelligent around-view monitor that gives you a 360-degree view. Experience Rogue at your local Nissan store.
Save up to $4,280 on Rogue, or get 0% financing for 60 months on 13 models.
Now the most exciting tech you own is in your driveway.
Here's how Old Dominion puts together a winning performance. It takes precision, like how we're #1 in claims prevention. It takes hustle, like our over 99% on-time rate. And it takes consistently going the distance to earn our fans' loyalty. That's why we're #1 in customer satisfaction. Old Dominion, official freight carrier of Major League Baseball.
I wish somebody would have told me, babe, that someday these would be the good old days.
Never thought we'd get old
maybe we're still young. Maybe you always look back and think it was better than it was. Maybe these are the moments. Maybe I've been missing what it's about. Been scared of the future, thinking about the past while missing out on now. We've come so far. I guess I'm proud. And I ain't worried about the wrinkles around my smile. I got some scars. I've been around. I felt some pain, I've seen some things, but I'm here now. Those good old days.
I wish somebody would have told me, babe. Someday these will be the good old days. All the love you won't forget. Someday soon your whole life's gonna change. You'll miss the magic of these good old days.
Wisconsin fall colors. Available while supplies last.
Cubs baseball on NBC Sports Chicago is brought to you in part by your Chicagoland and Northwest Indiana Honda dealers. As reliable as the cars themselves. Xfinity. Xfinity delivers the fastest internet with the best in-home Wi-Fi experience. Call, click, or visit an Xfinity store today. And by Toyota. Tested, trusted, Toyota. Toyota, let's go places. Postgame Live, presented by Blue Cross Blue Shield of Illinois.
There's that bounce they're looking for.
Wow. Cubs find a way to win in 10. 7-6, your final. Kinsler 3-3 over Rodriguez 4-3. 7-12-1 is just a little bit better than 6-10. And two Cubs' 92nd win of the season keeps them a half game in front of the Milwaukee Brewers. All right, let's start with Brewers Cardinals highlights. Okay, it's 2-1 in the 8th. Now watch this. Mike Moustakas throws it away. That's the second baseman doing his job, Hernan Perez. And there's the Cardinals' designated base runner. Nice effort at the plate, dude. He has one job to do. It's the only reason he's on the roster is because he's like Terrence Gore. He's fast. And he falls down and then just walks to the catcher.
He's a
and
rookie.
The Brewers
not like...
close it out in the ninth. Jeremy Jeffress gets it done. Brewers win a combined two-hitter, and the Cubs have clinched playoff place. All right, hello, welcome into Cubs Postgame Live, presented by Blue Cross Blue Shield of Illinois. With David DeJesus and Doug Glanville, I'm David Kaplan. Okay, let's get to the starting pitching at the start. Jose Quintana was pretty good tonight, and he pitched through 5. In the bottom of the 5th, the Cubs have 2 men on, and they decide to hit for him. It's a 6-2 ball game at this point. Right. There are some people questioning why would you take him out at 74 pitches. But I think, as you said to us in the green room, you're struggling to score runs. You better add on when you have a chance.
Definitely. I think in that situation, you've had trouble scoring runs, and when you increase leads, especially deep in the game like that, in the middle of the game, it can cause that other team to really give up. And that's why Joe brought him in. It ended up walking him, then they ended up getting Bodie out. But
double play ball.
Yeah, but in that situation, you need to take him out of the game, put in a hitter, and that LaStella has been clutch all season long. That's why you bring LaStella in the game.
Yeah, and Joe Maddon's kind of in a no-win situation there because you're also you're concerned about the bullpen also, right? So Quintana can go deeper, which he certainly had the pitches left in his arm to do that. Then you're able to bridge a little bit of shorter distance to close out the game. But with a 6-2 lead or 6-2 lead at the time, it seemed like clear that they should be able to close it out a lot more smoothly than actually occurred. So I do think that was the logic, get some runs on the board. But he's always dancing this dance with the bullpen, and because of the injury to Morrow and Strope's question marks, they're really thin back there.
Right. Well, the Pirates were down 6-2 going into the 8th inning. And Carl Edwards Jr. comes in after striking out the first hitter. He walks Colin Moran. Walks, can't keep happening. He's not even close right there on a 3-1 pitch. And then there's another pitch, and Frazier walks. It was close, and he's shaking his head, but hey, dude, you put 2 guys on with walks. That cannot happen.
They're not going to give him that call. When he's so wild around the zone, you're not going to get that call that's really close. They just see the umpires looking, all right, this guy's all over the place. I'm not going to give him that. He has to put that fastball over the plate, and unfortunately, he had to come out, and next thing you know, loaded it back up, and then a big hit by right here by, I think that was the catcher.
It was Diaz.
Yes, and you know, the Pirates did a good job late in the game just using the whole field. They did a good job of shortening their swings up and really staying inside the baseball really well.
Yeah, I mean, there's definitely with Edwards is concerned that, you know, him at his best is a game changer for the back end of the bullpen. It gives him a lot of options. He's a guy that's going to walk some hitters historically. That is part of his game, but not to an inning. You know, it's just like, okay, he'll get his 1 walk over 2 innings and he'll strike out 3 guys. You know, that's Carl Edwards Jr. at his best. And, you know, he's had a lot of command questions even since he came back from the injury. Hasn't really smoothed that out. So now that it creates those question marks, and the back end of the bullpen is already struggling.
All right, now let's go to the Pirates' 9th. Justin Wilson comes on in the 9th, gets the first man. With 1 out, Kevin Newman singles to center. Now, that's a guy hitting a .184, but he's a major league hitter. He gets a hit. Now, here's the key play. Francisco Cervelli next. It's a foul ball. Anthony Rizzo has an eye on it. He's by the stands, but he cannot make the catch because some jackaloon decides he wants to catch the thing.
What did you tweet out, Kat? What did you tweet out?
When a Cubs player is trying to catch a ball and you're wearing a Cubs hat, stay the heck back.
Yes, because then
Have we
this
not
happens.
learned?
And then this, you watch. This what happens afterwards. The Cubs are thankful that stayed in the park.
Yeah.
That's for sure in that situation.
No question. That ball is crushed. And then here's the 2nd out in the inning. It's still 6-4. Javier Baez is there, makes the play, and then Marte hits one. Rizzo thinks he has it. It goes off of his glove, down the line, and 2-run score. And the Brewers team playing erupts because the game is tied.
Right. Well, I mean, and there's question marks. You know, Wilson comes in, and you know he's a fastball guy, and you could see in the 9th inning there were some struggles because he didn't have a lot of other pitches to go with the fastball. So he's trying to attack, and they're sort of like, well, this guy's throwing 1 pitch. And you saw a lot of them were elevated. So, you know, that's the question about Wilson in the 9th. Does he get overexposed in that situation because of the limited amount of pitches he'll throw?
All right, let's go back to that foul ball again. And please, folks, if you're going to the game, please stay back. I mean, it's not that tough a concept here. Rizzo has a beat on this thing. I mean, he's a Gold Glove infielder for a reason. He thinks he has it. And this guy puts his hand right over his glove and grabs it. I mean, are you kidding me?
It's such a reflex for a fan. You're like, oh, it's a lifelong souvenir.
He literally,
that is a great
if you
catch,
watch
by the
that in
way. Great
slow
play.
motion, I don't know if we can run it again, he literally pulls it out of Anthony's mitt.
Rizzo thought he had it. He like threw air after he turned it. He was ready to get.
Take a look again.
There's nothing here.
He literally takes it right out of the flat part of his mitt.
Right. I mean, Rizzo's so confused. He's like, I got it. Oh, what? He's turning to throw.
Watch this. That ball is in his glove, and he pulls it out.
That's a heck of a play, right, by that
great
guy?
Play,
but if the Pirates are hitting, you, as a Cubs fan, you make that play.
Watch this.
But not when the
he
Cubs
literally takes it out of his mitt.
Dang, that's...
Rizzo's reaction, though. He literally, Rizzo turns and ready to fire, and he realized he has absolutely nothing in his glove. He's totally baffled. But, yeah, I mean, it's a reflex. I mean, fans, life, once you got a souvenir you'll never get, you don't even think about it. And you have to really be thinking ahead.
Yeah. Are you thinking ahead?
Yeah,
No,
but
like,
with the history that we have in our city, and everyone knows what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
You gotta be smarter than this, people.
But he might have had a few drinks, enjoying that 1940. You were there yesterday. You enjoyed. There's a lot to enjoy in that situation, right?
And
So he's just thinking the ball's there, it's coming. Oh, cool.
He's not looking at Rizzo. He's like looking up here.
Yeah.
He has no idea where he is.
Come on, people. We're smarter than that.
Yeah, exactly.
We're better than that in Chicago. Here's Joe Madden meeting with the media, brought to you by Xfinity.
Yes.
Well, congrats. I didn't even know that until Peter told me. I mean, he's so locked into what's going on out there. We played such a good game for the first half, and then the second half, we obviously let them back in. But when you win a tough game like that, you got to give your guys a lot of credit for sticking around and not folding the tents after they did come back like they did. The bullpen obviously was actually pretty good. Carl having trouble with the walks put us in a different method regarding rotating relievers in and out. But Almora comes through, big knock right there. A lot of guys contributed tonight. Hayward's home run, Oppo homer was a big play also. But up and down, everybody contributed to the win. We just, the at-bats still need to get better, whatever, but I'll take it. Throwing the ball good. I mean, he missed where he wanted to throw the last pitch to Marte, and then the ball goes off Anthony's glove. After a ball goes off Anthony's glove in the stands, it was just like all this little minutiae that was occurring that was really getting in the way of us winning that game. But it still got in the way, and we still won the game. So, and again, if you qualify for the playoffs for the 4th year in a row, I think for Chicago Cubs fans, you should be pretty happy about that.
Kind of awkward, the whole thing that's been going on here, isn't it? Just the whole last week or 10 days, as far as...
Yeah, it's been, this, and a part of it is just the schedule itself. I mean, the way our guys have had to fight through a lot of stuff, and they have. Our offense has not been clicking like we had anticipated almost for a month and a half or 2 months, but we're still here. And maybe just after winning a game like that tonight, let's see if we can come out tomorrow nice and chill and go out there and work the kind of at-bats we're capable of. I got Johnny Lester pitching. That's a nice thing. Even though a lot of relievers were used tonight, they still should be in pretty good shape for tomorrow. So the bullpen should be fine. Zobrist did not have to play tonight, and that's a good thing also. So up and down, there's a lot of positives there, too.
You had a good view of the foul ball there. I mean, there's not many areas that you can have a shot at it, but that's one of them, I guess. Right?
Yeah. I couldn't see the conclusion of the play. When Riz went in, and the way he reacted, I thought he caught it. And then I guess the ball was popped out or pulled out or something or out. I'm not 100% sure. But from my perspective, the way he reacted originally or initially, I thought he had caught the ball.
Initially,
again, it's kind of like dark in that area from where we're standing in the dugout. And even the foul ball that caromed off the netting that they called the catch at first, I thought that did hit the net. I don't know if they had conclusive evidence. I think there was not a replay that really showed it, but from my perspective, I thought it did hit the net and came off.
Given that the netting's new, do you know if Rizzo's actually able to make a catch when he reaches into the stands in that little gap there?
Looked like he could have. I mean, it was there. It was there.
The rules?
Oh, yeah, of course. If he reaches in, he could do that, no question. But once you reach in, you're at the mercy of the fans. If the ball's on the field and the fan reaches out, then there can be interference made. But it was within the rules, and we didn't get it.
All right, let's look at our Gerber Collision and Glass play of the game. And it's the game winner, Albert Almora, on an 0-2 pitch against a right-hander, elevated fastball at 93, and he ropes it to left. Terrence Gore comes on home. Ball game over. Cubs win. Wow. It was stressful watching that game.
Yes, it was the ups and downs, man. It was like a playoff game. It really was a playoff game, and this Pirates team is playing really good baseball right now, and it always comes down to a moment. And Almora took that moment, and that's not a good enough 0-2 pitch if I'm a Pittsburgh Pirate pitcher. I'm going to either bury that or put that up over his head to just, get his eye, change his eye level. But
did you see the catcher? Catcher couldn't believe, so mad where the location of that pitch was. And by the way, I was just told by our fine producer, Jeff Nelson, that the Chicago media was just allowed into the locker room, no celebration.
Oh.
How do you
feel? I mean, look, it's so difficult. I don't care how much people predicted whatever for you to make the postseason. And every step of the way, I know in 03, every step of the way we celebrated. Because each one is a milestone, and you may never, which in my case, you will never get back there again. And maybe there's guys that have done it multiple years. There's guys that this is their first time being in the postseason. So I think you need to recognize that. And I understand, like, we're supposed to win the World Series, all these different expectations. But internally, when you have that long of a season and you do it together, I still think you should take time out and just.
But couldn't you do that Sunday night and say, all right, season over, we won the division, that's your bigger goal?
What happens if you lose Sunday?
Do it again.
But I feel that after every win, the Cubs do this little celebration. So they probably had Jason Hayward, Anthony Rizzo, one of the big guys. Hey, congratulations, but we have something moving forward. We have a bigger goal right now. So I think they acknowledged it, but I think they have bigger things ahead.
Bigger fish to fry.
Yes.
No question about it. All right, we'll hear from Anthony Rizzo after we take this quick timeout. Cubs win 7-6 in 10. This is Blue Cross Blue Shield of Illinois. Cubs postgame.
Cubs Postgame Live is presented by Blue Cross Blue Shield of Illinois. Through it all.
I wish somebody would have told me, babe, that someday these would be the good old days.
Never thought we'd get old. Maybe we're still young. Maybe you always look back and think it was better than it was. Maybe these are the moments. Maybe I've been missing what it's about. Been scared of the future, thinking about the past while missing out on now. We've come so far. I guess I'm proud. And I ain't worried about the wrinkles around my smile. I got some scars. I've been around. I felt some pain, I've seen some things, but I'm here now. Those good old days.
I wish somebody would have told me, babe, someday these will be the good old days. All the love you won't forget. Someday soon your whole life's gonna change. You'll miss the magic of these good old days. So moving on, going with the beats and feeling of the street. That's all we need.
Michelin Premier. Safe when new, safe when worn.
Moving to the beat.
Fast, reliable internet is crucial. Does it ever go down?
Yes.
Can't do my job.
Business grinds to a halt.
Our gig speed network not only downloads files up to 20 times faster, we go beyond fast with 4G backup for complete reliability. So if the unexpected happens, you stay up and running. We lost power, but not to that.
I want that.
Just one more way we go beyond AT&T. For a limited time, get fast, reliable internet for a low price. Call now. Comcast Business. Beyond fast.
Captain Lando Calrissian. Han Solo. I heard about this big job, and I want it.
If you come with us, you're in this life for good.
Well, what do you know? When have I ever steered you wrong?
Solo, a Star Wars story. Rated PG-13.
Buy or rent today and watch anytime, anywhere on your favorite screens with DirecTV Cinema. Movies start at channel 125.
Time now for our Four Seasons Heating, Air Conditioning, and Plumbing. Who's hot and who's not? Who's hot? Mookie Betts is just absolutely phenomenal. 30 home runs, 30 stolen base clubs today with a stolen base versus Baltimore. He's hitting .346 this season. Who's not? Dansby Swanson suffered a partially torn ligament in his left hand. Will be reevaluated before the NLDS to see if he can play. By the way, shout out to CM Punk, diehard Cubs fan, a good friend of our station. He just texted me and said, Stress ate an entire bag of Twizzlers in the sixth inning. That's how nervous he got.
It was nerve-wracking. I hear you.
Like a playoff game. All right. Keep it up, CM. Let's go to the locker room. Here's Anthony Rizzo.
It's that accomplishment in itself.
It's a good one. I think you look at every year, it's definitely been different. So it's every different scenario that we've gone through. And it's the goal at the beginning of spring training every year is to make the postseason. The number one goal is to win the division, but the back end goal is to make the postseason any way you can, and we got a ticket in there, and it's not easy to do, and guys are proud of it.
Anthony, on that foul ball, did you think you caught it initially, or it looked like you looked in your glove?
I did. I thought I caught it. It's just one of those weird plays.
It wasn't somebody taking it away from you once you passed it, was it?
It was a big win for us today, so that's all I'm really worried about is us getting that win and coming back after giving up the lead there late. It's a nice win.
Were you watching the Brewers Cardinals score though?
I mean, it's on the scoreboard, but you see it. I always look at the scoreboard all the time to see what teams are doing. So you see it. They won. They clinched today too, right? Mm-hmm. So they're a good team, and they deserve to be in the postseason. And it's a few years now for them, so it's shaping up to be a fun last few days.
Given what the questions have been like and the conversations the last couple of days about preparing all this, how big did this win feel just for staying the one that's being chased and not vice versa?
Yeah, I mean, we needed to win today. It's nice to win today. Tomorrow we're going to come in and figure out a way to win, and that's our mindset. It's cliche, but it's the one day mindset right now.
All right, let's look at our UPS store taking care of business player of the game. Jason Hayward, 3 RBIs, had that big home run. Cubs are down a run in the second, bottom of the first, and he gets it done. It's a 2-run jack the other way. I remember him hitting one the other way in a Cardinal uniform off of Jake Arrieta. He does it almost identically here, and the Cubs find a way. And by the way, that play right there from Rizzo.
Where are you going?
That can't happen. That's not a smart base running play there. That can't happen.
And he making plays with his glove, too. That was a big at-bat. The Cubs are waiting for one guy to step up and assert himself on the offensive side of the ball.
That was Jason Hayward.
And it's great to see him back, hitting the ball harder. He came back, he had a couple doubles in there, but soft contact. It's good to see him starting to square it up, stay inside the ball. So hopefully he can continue this.
All right, we'll see, because if they can lengthen the lineup again,
yes,
they're not getting a lot out of Wilson Contreras, so that's where you've got to get somebody else to step up.
Yeah, I mean, look, Hayward has had a nice year, especially in the clutch. I mean, he's been a prime-time clutch performer. Injuries set him back a little bit, but what's been really encouraging about his season is he's really shortened that stroke, and he's been able to show hitting with authority to go the opposite field. So that means he's seeing the ball, he's allowing it to get deep, and his head position is good, and he's much more efficient to the ball. And when you do all those things together, you get more of that Jason Hayward of his prime years of offensive productivity. And certainly if he can combine that with, Rizzo and Brian gets back, all these guys have to be at their best to get that offense where it could be. And if you do that, then you just have to figure out that back end of the bullpen.
Yeah, 100-mile-an-hour exit velocity, so he's starting to get a little bit of that pop.
And it looks like his hamstring is getting back to normal now. Hopefully it's something that you don't have to worry about going forward into the playoffs.
No question. Made a really nice diving catch in center field. Time for the Jim Beam winning box score, and this one belongs to the Cubs. Daniel Murphy, 2 for 5, scored a couple of runs. Javi Baez, a 1 for 5, had an RBI, number 111 on the season. 2 for 4 with an RBI and a run scored for Rizzo. Again, we talked about Hayward, big night. Ian Happ, a 2 for 3 and 2 walks, so 4 times on base. Schwarber had a knock, an RBI, and a walk, and then not much at the bottom. David Bodie did have a base hit. Time for our James & Sons Fine Jewelers Fielding Gem. Top of the third after a leadoff single, pitcher Ivan Nova lays down a bunt. Rizzo, though, charging, makes the play, goes to second for 1. Baez back to first. They get Nova, and it's a 3-4-6 double play.
That's Rizzo. Rizzo he is so good at charging the play. It's if you put a bunt down anywhere near him, he's a vacuum, and he has a quick snap throw, and it's usually on target. And then once the ball gets in Javi's glove, that's coming out quickly, and he has one of the strongest arms in the game. That was a nice double play right there.
Yeah, and you can take a chance there with the pitcher running. It's like whatever. If you don't get the guy at second, you still got the guy at first, so go for it.
Take a shot. All right, now for our BioFreeze pitching recap. Official external pain relief of the Chicago Cubs. Nova went 4 innings, 8 hits, 5 earned. earned, 3 Ks, 2 walks, pitch count of 82-46 for strike. Quintana went 5 innings, 4 hits, 2 earned, 4 Ks, did not walk a man, pitched pretty well, and pitch count of 74-46 for strike. Let's hear from Q in the Cubs clubhouse.
Try to do the best I can, and we stay in a really good place right now, so we keep ahead. It's the most important, and keep playing hard. So tomorrow, a huge game like tonight, so we'll keep it going.
It's kind of hard to win baseball games, especially in this division. It seems like you have the best teams in this division right here.
Yeah, so every game is a battle, So when you face teams like that, at this point, they don't love for nothing, So we have a battle every game, so we need to focus, and we want to do how we want to be, and keep it going. So it's an amazing win tonight, and keep it rolling tomorrow.
It looked like you came out tonight really aggressive. I mean, outside of that, just that solo shot, I mean, attacking, was that your main goal tonight? I mean, from the very get-go? I know it always is, but tonight it really...
Yeah, today, first pitch, first strike was important. I feel tonight hit the corners way better than in the past, and it's a huge game for me, so I want to do it south. Good job tonight for our team, and no matter who win, I think it's most important we take a W, so we keep ahead, and when I'm keeping health my team.
All right, so there's Jose Quintana, who pitched pretty well tonight. He did, and he was pulled because they, with the offensive struggles, trying to find a way to manufacture some offense, and then they walked with Stella. Bodie hits in the double play, and that plan falls to the wayside. All right, we'll be right back. Cubs Postgame Live, presented by Blue Cross Blue Shield of Illinois.
What if your car could react faster than you? Well, the 2018 Nissan Sentra can. With available automatic emergency braking that can stop for you.
Now, sign and drive the 2018 Nissan Sentra.
Today is the start of a transformation. A celebration of the what-ifs and the why-nots. Because who says what is what has to be. And who says today is as good as it gets. We're for the bold step, for the breakthrough, for the next day and the next. We're for tomorrow. Advocate Healthcare.
Chicago, you've got great taste. Thanks for making us your #1 beer. Miller Lite. Hold true.
Dave's dream car. Of course, he prefers the pearl white to the cherry red. But you can't fit 3 kids and a dog who's prone to car sickness in a sports car. Yeah, Dave's had to compromise a lot lately. But not when it comes to cutting the cord. Fubo gives him all the sports he needs, as well as all the shows his family loves. Don't compromise. Get over 100 channels, plus Showtime and Cloud DVR included. Visit FuboTV.com.
Hello, I'm Dan Fields, inviting you to become a member of the Fields family when you buy or lease from any of our 35 locations.
Lease a new 2018 Jaguar E-Pace for only $409 per month for 36 months at Jaguar Northfield.
We really think Fields treats us as members of a family.
After all, you are family.
They have all the amenities, and it comes with the deal. No extra charge.
Jaguar Northfield on Frontage Road.
If tires could talk. What would yours say?
$17,000 hot dogs are sold at Wrigley Field each game.
There are 318 openings in the manual scoreboard. The iconic ivy has graced the outfield wall for 80 years. And 0 is the amount of fees you pay with a Cubs checking account. We even reimburse ATMs outside our network nationwide. It's just one more way. We root for Chicago.
Cubs fans, show your team pride with Cubs checking and an official Cubs MasterCard debit card only available at your local Wintrust Community Bank. Go to wintrust.com/Cubs to learn more. Member FDIC. All right, time for our Blue Cross Blue Shield of Illinois keys to the game. David, go first.
All right, get him in. Coming into this game, the Cubs were 1 in 10 with runners in scoring position. And today, they stepped up, got some big at-bats there. Schwarber with a nice walk. Hayward, Baez with a couple knocks, and Almora had the biggest knock to win the game. But you see, like, I saw better at-bats today. I saw them using the field, and that's encouraging. Hopefully coming in tomorrow, big game tomorrow. Cubs need to win.
Well, I got to go with unsung heroes. It's just sort of a cavalcade of heroes that maybe your guys are a little bit under the radar. Mura's been struggling at different times. He's gotten back into the groove. But this is what a team needs when you talk about the postseason. It's going to contributions from all sides, from all corners, at all moments. And this is what it's about. So this team has a lot of guys that can come in these moments where, for example, Jason Hayward, who comes off the disabled list, big home run early on, Chavez. So it's going to take everybody to pull this off.
Speaking of Chavez, this guy has, I believe, a 129 ERA, if my math is correct. 129 in 35 innings since they acquired him.
Incredible.
Phenomenal.
Do you think you start using him in the 8th and 9th to close games now? Is he a guy that you can trust to get outs later in the game? Or because he's been like 6th, 7th inning.
Right.
You might have to push him back.
He's certainly in the discussion.
Yeah, I think
He's
so.
pitched exceptionally well.
Okay, 4 games left. Half a game lead in the division. What is your confidence level in this team, Doug?
It's still super high. I mean, I don't know what we have a scale or something.
Yeah, what is it at?
Yeah, like, I mean,
1 to 10? Are we going 1 to 10?
I mean, they're playing at home against teams that they're better than and have proven that they're better than, and they're in the driver's seat. So, hey, I'm just continue the ride.
I'm gonna go 6 right now, 6.5, 7. You know, they're playing okay baseball. They have a tough pitcher. They're facing tomorrow from the Pirates.
Trevor Williams.
And then they have the St. Louis Cardinals that are going to come in with just nothing. They're still has a possibility to make the playoffs, but they're coming in wanting to wreck the dreams of the Cubs. You know, that's what they want to do. So, it's tough right now, but you have John Lester, your number 1 guy tomorrow going. So that's where it gives me confidence. You want to ride your big horses, you have them lined up right.
Beat them tomorrow and get a full 1-game lead.
Exactly.
We'll see how it goes.
Quintana's rested, too. Quintana, 73 pitches or something.
74.
Like so, hey, strong.
All right,
Next
we'll see.
outing.
So a half game up. The Brewers get the Tigers at home for 3, while the Cardinals come to Chicago. We may be playing baseball on Monday. You never know.
That's advantage Brewers right now, right? You have to think.
You would think.
You would think, but that's the thing. You
Bunch
never
of young
know.
guys, like,
you never
I don't know.
Exactly.
Tigers.
That's a tough thing. It's
So
tough.
we'll see. I hope. Tell the Pirates, if you see them out on the street tonight, buy them a drink. Keep 'em out. Hey, thanks for watching Cubs Postgame Live, presented by Blue Cross Blue Shield of Illinois. And get Kelly a towel.
Schwarber, come on.
Right.
Totally missed.
They got her. There it is.
Got her.
Got her. We'll see you tomorrow.